Hello yogis, and welcome to Yoga Vision, from my home to yours. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today and supporting us here at Yoga Vision. No matter where you're tuning in from, all over the world, all around the world, we really appreciate the support and love you've all been showing us over the past few weeks. So if you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button on this video. And I just heard today we reached a new milestone here at Yoga Vision, and we have climbed up to 20K followers. So thank you again so much, everyone. We really appreciate the support. We really feel the love here. And as much as we're providing a service to all of you who are tuning in, you are definitely reciprocating with the love and support. So thank you again. So today's practice is going to focus on strength and balance and growth. We're going to start off in a very safe, small posture and then working our way up to standing. You don't need any props or equipment for the class today, but I do have some blocks, a blanket with me. I'll definitely be giving some verbal cues on how to use them, and I may use them, I may not, but you can grab what you need here now. If you didn't have blocks available to you at home, you can always use pillows or a cushion. And of course, I have with me some water. I always have water with me, especially when I'm practicing yoga. So I don't even know if I said my name. My name is Vanessa, and thank you again for tuning in with us. And if you're ready to go ahead, get comfortable onto your mat here. We're going to be starting in easy pose in a few moments. And if you're still getting what you need, no problem. We still have a couple minutes. Go ahead and turn on some nice yoga music, some relaxing music if you like. Maybe put on some aromatherapy, put on a diffuser or burn some incense here. Help you settle into the practice. So let's get started. And I'm coming into a nice, comfortable sitting position here on my mat. And if easy pose isn't super comfortable for you, you can always sit on a pillow or a block here, or extend your legs out in front of you, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and sit on my blanket because it just makes it a little bit more comfortable. And I was moving side to side a little earlier, so I'm just allowing my sit bones to really settle into the mat here and allow me to sit in a nice, comfortable sitting position. So let's go ahead and get started. Inhaling your arms up. Bring your fingers to touch above your head, and then slowly exhale. Release your hands down in front of your heart center. Here, tap your thumb into your chest. Find your heartbeat. Then start to notice sensations in your body. Notice how you're feeling, and notice if you're holding on to anything. If you're holding on to any stress or tension in your body. Let's take another big breath in through the nose here. And as we exhale, release our hands down onto our knees. Palms can face up or down here, up to receive energy and down to ground your energy. Option to bring your thumb and point your finger together, coming into Gaya Mudra or Wisdom Mudra. And here we're going to start to close our eyes and start turning inwards, focusing on what's happening inside your body. There's a whole universe within you. Quiet the mind. and listen. We're just focusing on some long, deep breathing here. Inhaling in through the nose. Allowing our bellies to fill up with breath. And as we exhale, we draw our belly back in towards our body. Exhaling through our nose. And we want to try breathe in and out through our nose because our body is designed to breathe in and out through our nose. We have little hairs in our nose that filter the air. So try your best to breathe in and out. Nice and deep, nice and long. Notice where your shoulders are here. Have they crept up by your ears? Just relax them down. Lifting your chin up so it's parallel to the floor here, and you're not rounding your neck. Nice tall spine. Notice if your chest is being pushed forward. Relax it back into your spine, really leaning into the spine. I'm just taking a few deep, relaxing, long breaths here. Helping us connect to one another. Helping to prepare for our practice and ground our energies. There's a lot going on around us. Our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions may be all over the place right now. And breath work is the perfect way to help ground you. Let's take one more breath in through the nose together here. And exhale out through the nose. Beautiful. Bring your hands back in front of your heart center. Keep your eyes closed here. And start rubbing your palms together nice and fast. And you'll notice they're starting to create some heat and energy in between your hands here. And just take that heat and that energy, washing it over your face, over your ears, over your eyes, over your mouth, onto the throat chakra, and then finally resting your hands onto your heart center here. Feel that warmth travel into your heart. And just take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. Why did you show up for this practice today? Why are you here on your mat? Slowly start to blink open your eyes here, coming back into the space around you, coming back into your body. And let's release our hands down in front of us onto the floor. And we'll take an inhale here. Start pushing into your hands, lifting your hips off of your feet. And you're going to uncross your legs here, but keep your big toes touching and then sitting back down on our heels. And we're setting up here for a child's pose. So knees are open a bit wider than hip distance here. You can bring them as wide as your mat if you like. Listening to your body, of course. And then inhaling, arms up. And let's exhale, fold forward. We're coming into child's pose here. So options to place a blanket under your knees, place a pillow under your buttocks here or a block. And we're actually going to bring our hands behind us, grabbing onto our heels here. Try to keep your forehead down on the floor or mat. And we're starting off small and safe, in this passive child's pose. Keep your breath long and deep. Sending the breath into the back here. Keep breathing. Noticing sensations in your back, your hips, your thighs. And we'll stay here for another 3, 2, and 1. Let's release our hands back in front of us. And from here, lift your head up, and take a breath in through the nose, and then you're going to start walking the hands over to the right side. So starting to stretch a bit more on the side body here. Heads relaxed in between your biceps. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. And an option to go a bit deeper here. Try your best to pick up that left hand and grab onto that right wrist. Feeling the stretch deep in here on the left side. Breathing in for 3. Exhaling out for 2 and 1. Release your right wrist here. Take a breath in through the nose and walk the hands back to center, and then all the way over to the left, doing the same thing on this side here. Heads relaxed in between your biceps. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Feel that stretch here on the right side body. And then picking up that right hand, grabbing onto your left wrist. Breathing in and out for 3, for 2, and 1. Releasing that wrist, walking your hands back to center, and then start walking your hands back up towards your body, straightening out your spine. Beautiful. From here, bringing your legs out in front of us, and let's just tap out our legs here. We've been sitting on our legs for a little bit, so we might feel a little bit of tension here in our legs, so just bouncing them up and down. And we're going to open and close our toes a few times. We will be coming up to standing today, so we just want to prepare our feet. And now I'm rolling my ankles and then going in the opposite direction. Beautiful. And from here, I'm going to come into my life nerve stretch or caterpillar, inhaling arms up, and then exhaling, folding forward. Trying my best to reach as far as I can here, but you can land your hands anywhere along your legs, on your shins, ankles, or the back of your feet. And we're going to inhale here, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, folding forward. Let's do one last set. Inhale, look up. And exhale, sink down into the pose. Hold it here. Keep breathing. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let's start walking our hands up our legs, straightening out our spine. Head comes up last, nice and slow. And from here, I'm going to bring my hands behind me and start drawing my feet onto the mat. And I'm setting up here for a boat pose. So leaning back with my upper body slightly, I'm going to reach my hands in front of me now, relaxing my shoulders down. And this is a great option to start in boat pose. But try your best here to work your way up, lifting your feet off the floor. Knees can stay bent or straightening them out in front of you. I'm going to keep my knees bent here because I'm not just focusing on the pose. And I need a bit of focus here. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep your breath going. Try not to hold your breath here. And one of the aims of yoga is to make yourself into different shapes and breathe. So if you're just holding the pose and holding your breath, that's not actually yoga. So keep breathing here. Starting to shake a little bit, that's normal. We'll hold it here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release those feet down. Come back up and give yourself a little hug here. You did an amazing job. That was challenging, but you did it. Take a few breaths. Lift your head up. And then let's swing our feet behind us next. And we're going to relax on to our heels. So coming into a variation of hero's pose. And my toes are resting on the mat here. So I'm getting a bit of stretch in my feet here. And I'm going to start to roll my shoulders, rolling them back. Keep your breath nice and strong, nice and deep. And then I'm going to roll my shoulders in the opposite direction. So now I'm rolling my shoulders up and forward. Beautiful. And from here, interlace your hands behind you. And let's take a breath in through our nose together. As we exhale, start lifting your chest up and your chin looking up to the sky. We're breathing here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Release your hands here and bring them down onto the floor in front of you. Untuck your toes and maybe tap those toes out a little bit. And we were sitting on our toes for a little bit, so you might feel a bit of tension here. And from here, we're setting up for cat-cow, so fingers are spread nice and wide, getting a nice foundation. Wrists are stacking under our shoulders as much as they can, and our knees are about hip distance apart. So nice, strong, flat back to start with. From here, we're going to take an inhale in. Hips start to rotate up, belly starts to drop, and I'm lifting my head up, looking up towards the sky. As I exhale, I'm going to round my spine. Hips are rotating down, and I'm looking towards my belly button. Let's keep going. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, rounding, looking down. You can go a bit faster here if you like, but please follow your breath. Finding that mind, body, breath connection here. Feeling this stretch in your spine as you lengthen and strengthen it. And let's do one more inhale here and exhale and come back to neutral. Beautiful. From here, let's take a breath in through our nose, and as we exhale, we'll look over the right shoulder. You can drop your hips to the left, making a C shape here with your spine. Looking over your shoulder towards the top of that right heel. Stay here and breathe for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Let's inhale, come back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder here. Hips are dropping to the right this time. Stay here and breathe for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Inhale, back to center. Let's take another breath in through the nose here. And as we exhale, we're looking back over the right shoulder. Hips are dropping. If you wanted to go a bit deeper here, let's pick up our left leg, bring it over the right. And now we're looking towards the top of that left heel. Keep breathing here. For 3, 4, 2, and 1. Draw your left knee back in, come back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Going a bit deeper here, picking up that right foot, bringing it over the left. Staying here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Draw that right knee back in. From here, we're going to untuck our toes. Start shifting your body back towards your heels. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, lift your sit bones up, coming into your first down dog. Start pedaling your feet up and down. You might want to sway your hips side to side a little bit here. Just loosening out your legs, keeping your fingers spread nice and wide. Getting a good foundation here, not just pushing into your wrist, you're pushing into all your fingers. And let's try to release both our heels down onto the floor. You can use a blanket under your heels here. You can also micro bend your knees a little bit, but push your hips back. Push your thighs back as much as possible, feeling the stretch in your legs. Ground down here on your left foot, and let's pick up the right leg. Coming into a 3-legged dog here. Hold it here. Keep breathing. For 3, 4, 2, and 1. Release that right leg down. Take a breath in through the nose, ground down here on your right foot, and then kick up with that left leg. Keep breathing, holding it here for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Let's release our left leg down. Take a breath in through your nose here, looking up towards your hands, and let's start slowly walking our feet up to our hands. Staying in a forward fold here. Knees are soft, so they're micro bent a little bit, and my belly's resting onto my thighs here. And you can find a place to rest your hands anywhere along your legs here. Relax your head down, and let's take a breath in through the nose. As we exhale, let's look up. Slowly release down. Inhale here, look up. And exhale, release down. Inhale here, looking up. Exhale, release down. One more time. Inhale, look up. Nice straight flat back. And exhale, look down. Relax your head down. And then sweep your fingers across your mat. Inhaling, coming all the way up, nice and slow. Arms come above your head, fingers touch. And then exhale, release your hands down in front of your heart center. Beautiful job, everyone. Bring your big toes to touch here. Let's take a breath in through our nose. And then we're going to exhale. Push that air out. Release your hands. Inhale them back up. Nice and slow, taking up space. And then exhale, release down. Push that stale air out of your body. Let's do a few more rounds. Inhale, arms up. Fingers come to touch. Exhale, releasing hands down to your heart. Push that extra stale air out of your body. Last round. Inhale, take up space. Big arms. Bring your fingers to touch. And then exhale, hands to heart. And then push that extra stale air out. Beautiful. Roll your shoulders back here. And let's get ready to set up for a tree pose. So I'm going to step forward with my left foot. And I'm really spreading my toes apart here. Getting a nice foundation. And I'm close to the wall, so if you're at home close to a wall, use it if you need to. And from here, I'll show you guys a few options. Toes can stay resting down on the mat or on the ground with your right foot resting against the left here. So this is one option. And then you can slowly start moving that right foot up your left leg. If you have had knee injuries or any issues with your knees, just try to avoid pushing on your knee too much. And I'm going to come into my left thigh here. And then start bringing your hands into prayer position. So this pose is about balance and opening our hips. So with the right knee, you're going to want to, I'm going to move closer to the wall here. You're going to want to draw it back. So try drawing that knee back so your hips open. And bring your hands to prayer. And from here, let's inhale our arms up. You can bring your fingers into Gaya Mudra, thumb and pointer together. And we're going to focus our energy down here. So our drishti point or our focal point is on the floor in front of us. Let's stay here. Stand up nice and tall. Heads reaching towards the sky. For 3, 4, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back together. Slowly release down. And let's release that right foot down, crossing it over the left. We'll inhale, arms up. And then exhale, fold forward, reaching your hands towards the floor as best you can here. Try your best. Maybe you need to put some blocks down in front of you so you have somewhere to reach your hands. And notice the stretch on the back line of the left leg here. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. For 3, 4, 2, and 1. Bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale here, come up nice and slow. And then exhale all the way up. Uncross your legs and let's shake out that left leg, noticing the sensations here in the left leg. And then let's do the opposite side. So stepping forward with your right foot, spreading those toes apart, getting ready, setting up here. And then same thing on the left side. Toes can be down onto the floor or find any variation of tree you like. Just being mindful of your knee if you have any issues with your knee here. Try not to push onto the knee. And I'm going to come into a half lotus this time. Hands come together in prayer position. Roll your shoulders back. And from here, let's take a breath in through the nose and then exhale, growing our tree branches up. And this time we're gonna look up. So our drishti point is looking up this time. Notice the subtle changes in your balance here. Keep breathing. Keep reaching your head up. Keep reaching your hands up. Growing nice and tall for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back together and slowly release down. Now let's cross that left leg over the right. Inhaling, arms up. And then exhale, fold forward, reaching your fingertips down towards the mat. Relax your head down. Breathing nice and deep, nice and long. Feeling the stretch on the back lines of that right leg. From your foot all the way up to your hip for 3, 4, 2, and 1. Bringing your hands back onto your hips. Take a breath here. And then exhale, coming all the way up. Beautiful. Uncross your legs here. And then shake out that right leg. Feeling the sensations. Beautiful. And from here, let's inhale, our arms up. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Lengthen your spine here. And then side bend to the right. Looking up to the left. Beautiful stretch for 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch hands. So grabbing onto that right wrist with your left hand. Lengthen your spine here. And then exhale. Looking over to the right side. Ready to keep your hips squared here. But finding your own range of motion is important. For another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Bring your hands onto your hips and let's make our way to seated to close our practice. So I've taken a step forward with my right foot and I'm going to start kneeling down, bending into both knees, making my way down to the floor nice and slow. And I'm coming into seated and I wanted to do a meditation with everybody today. If you've been keeping up with the news, there's a lot of really heartbreaking stories surfacing, and I think it's important for us to do a bit of meditation today. And the meditation we're going to be doing today is a moving meditation with our fingers. So we'll be taking our thumb and moving it, pressing into each finger. And the mantra we'll be using today is, peace begins with me. So sitting up nice and tall, relax your shoulders back, bring your palms down onto your knees, pressing your thumb into your pointer finger here, and start to close your eyes, turn inwards. Let's begin. Inhale here, and peace begins with me. 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 Last round. Peace begins with knee. Bring your thumb and pointer together here, and just notice how this meditation is flowing through your body. Notice the vibrations. With your eyes closed, bring your hands together in front of your heart center, tapping your thumb into your heart, noticing how you feel. Noticing how the sensations are traveling through your body. Bring your thumb to your third eye here, tap into your third eye, and let's bow down to our practice, grounding our energy. Thanking each and every one of you for tuning in to this class today, for supporting me and everybody here at Yoga Vision. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Namaste.